This city has been corrupted by evil. I am the Dark Knight, and I will take this evil down. I am Batman. I'm Batman! Oh no! This guy's turning the place to dust! Ah! Who the heck is this? He needs to calm down a bit. Well, hi there. I didn't know the circus was in town. Oh wow, this guy thinks he has jokes. Very bad ones too. It's time to meet justice! Preston, let's teach this man-bat a lesson. Right, let's go! Ninja Steel Mega Vehicles, summon, Copter! Ninja Steel Mega Vehicles, summon, Cycle! Check out this bad boy. Yellow Mega Vehicle, Strike! Wait, hold on, Calvin. Let me put in the final blow. Crap, never mind. Your little vehicles aren't doing any damage. Don't be so quick to judge, you bat guy. I gotcha. Preston, here's your chance to hit this guy. Ninja Fury, Strike! Show's over, ninjas win. Hey guys, Roberto here, and today I'm reviewing the Power Rangers Ninja Steel Mega Morph, Copter with Blue Ranger, and Cycle with Yellow Ranger. Now guys, for some weird reason, this season doesn't have any vehicles. Power Rangers Ninja Steel in general, just the team, they don't have any vehicles. Well, unless you count, you count Brody, the Red Ranger's truck, or the Yellow Ranger's Nitro, Zord, or whatever. But besides that, they don't have any vehicles. So if they want to transport somewhere, either they use like a car, or they just walk, or run, or whatever they do when they morph. But yeah, it's just really strange that, it just really bothers me sometimes when Power Rangers teams don't have vehicles or anything. Like, how are you guys like superheroes, but yeah, you don't have any vehicles? Like, that just doesn't make any sense. Like, for example, like Superman or Spider-Man, I kind of get that they don't have vehicles because they sort of fly or they swing around in like webs or whatever. But then there's superheroes like Batman that need vehicles, or like, I don't know, like just superheroes like Batman in general. Like, the Power Rangers are like Batman sort of, because they need a vehicle to transport somewhere. They can't fly. They can't like just run really fast. They need a vehicle. And I guess the Rangers didn't get a vehicle again this season. It just really pisses me off, and it's always bothered me. Even if the season is literally about pirates, they should at least have a vehicle. I don't know why, but yeah. Usually they have this thing in the Power Rangers storyline where they usually release like vehicles for the team, whether it's show exclusive. For example, with the Dino Cycles, this was actually in the show. The Rangers did have these bikes that were called the Dino Cycles, and they were basically two dinosaur Zords basically combined together, and the Rangers would use them in the show. Here's actually a really cool picture of the Red Ranger using it in the show as the Dino Cycle. They rode it around and stuff. They only used it like twice in the season, but it was just really cool to at least see the Rangers use a vehicle. It's very rare to see that happen, and it happened a lot in the Disney seasons. I don't know why this keeps popping out. They did it a lot in the Disney seasons, but just leave it pop it out. But they did it a lot in the Disney seasons, but I guess they stopped doing it in the Neo Saban era. And now it just really depends on whether the Rangers have the vehicles in the Japanese footage, and if not, then they don't use it. So I guess whatever. But anyways, Ninja Steel doesn't have a vehicle, so they decided to just make their own toy exclusive vehicles. And for the first time ever, I'm buying toys that aren't in the show. And it's just really wacky. I mean, I've done it before, but I bought two toys that were in the same toy line and that weren't in the show. Now, if you guys didn't know, I actually got these two things on Amazon for $11.99, and that's actually really cheap. It's a good price for these two things. They're usually $14.99. They're retailed at Toys R Us and Target and all these other places for $14. So I'm not gonna say that it's a bad price, but they could definitely lower it. It's not worth the toy. Like a vehicle and a really crappy Ranger figure that it comes with, it's definitely not worth $14, but at least $11.99. But the economy is crazy up here in the US, so it just, you know, you're gonna have to pay crazy money for crazy crappy toys. But they're not bad toys, I'm not gonna say that, but they definitely do look like shitty toys from side to side. Like, for example, like from down here it kind of looks like a really crappy toy, but then up here you say like, oh my god, this looks kind of cool. And they do look kind of weird in Power Star mode. Like, they don't really look like toys at all. They just look like crappy dollar store stuff. But when you press the buttons to transform into them into the vehicles, they look a lot more cool and they look a lot more better. So yeah. But anyways, guys, enough rambling. Let's start taking a look at the packaging itself. So yeah, guys, so the packaging for both of these are actually they're pretty much the same thing, nothing different. But I'm gonna take a look at them both anyway. But mainly I'm gonna show more attention to just one because it's basically both the same thing. But yeah, but up here it says the Power Rangers Ninja Steel logo. On the right side is the Red Ninja Steel Ranger throwing out the Elemental Power Star with fire mode or whatever you want to call it. Bandai logo in the middle, ages 4 and up. It's for kids ages 4 and up. A big window where you can have the toy in there if you had it in there, but I took it out. Down here it says Power Rangers Mega Morph Copter with Blue Ranger. And then here's the helicopter. So this is the packaging for the Copter with Blue Ranger. So yeah, the other one is the Psycho with Yellow Ranger. And down here is the helicopter in Power Star mode, and then you can transform it into actual helicopter. So it says Morph from Ninja Star to Vehicle. Really cool. Down here some warning and stuff, and yeah. And then on the left side of the packaging, it's the Power Rangers Ninja Steel logo, and then the background is just some really cool Ninja Steel logo stuff. And yeah, and then down here on the left side is the Bandai logo, and then the ages 4 and up thing again. Same thing on the other side, just window where you can see the toy. Down here some random information about the company that owns the stuff, and yeah, whatever. And then on the back is a really cool picture of the Power Star Copter thing transforming into actual helicopter vehicle. And you guys can sort of see it says press here, so you press the back of it and it transforms into a helicopter. Really cool. And then up here it says Morphs from Ninja Star to Vehicle. I think I just said that. I think I'm going crazy. But yeah, but the background is just the Ninja Steel logo stuff. And then up here is the Power Rangers Ninja Steel logo. And then collect them all. So there's other vehicles. The only vehicle I didn't get from this thing was the Red Rangers. Now, I forgot to tell you guys, but you guys are probably wondering why I don't have the Red Ranger. Usually the Red Ranger is the most important one. And the reason why is because the Red Ranger's vehicle is literally the Yellow Rangers, but just repainted black and orange. And I feel like black was kind of a boring color at this point, so I wanted to go with something extra or crazy this time. So I got like a really like slimy green, and I like the color the Yellow Ranger has a lot better. So yeah, so I decided to go with this vehicle rather than the Red Rangers. I mean, I'll get it. I'd get the Red Rangers, but it's kind of pointless because it's literally the same thing, just repainted. But yeah, but the only ones worth, at least to me, the only ones worth the buy are the Yellow and Blue Rangers vehicles, and then the Red Rangers is if you like the Red Ranger, get it or whatever. And then these vehicles are actually Zord Builder compatible, so you can combine them with the Ninja Steel Megazord and make this really cool sort of Ninja Steel Zord Builder Megazord thingy. And then also in the line of these vehicles are also like this really cool cannon thing, and it actually reminds me of the Super Mega Force Megazord. If you guys watch Super Mega Force, there was a part where like the Megazord actually had like a cannon built inside of it, and it would take it out. This wasn't in the toy line actually, the cannon for Super Mega Force. I wish I had the Super Mega Force Megazord somewhere laying around, but it's in storage. But yeah, but in the show it would like pull like this cannon out of the middle, and they're basically doing the same thing with Ninja Steel Megazord. So it looks kind of cool that they're mimicking that thing. Maybe they did it on purpose, maybe not, who knows. But yeah, he's a Ninja Steel Megazord. We're gonna use this guy later to combine them with the vehicles and stuff. And yeah, guys, so the packaging, that's basically the packaging. The Yellow Ranger's Yellow Cycle thing, it's basically the same thing for the packaging, just this time it says Cycle with Yellow Ranger. And then just a really cool looking picture of a shiny Cycle or whatever. And the back is, instead of Blue Copter this time, it's just the Cycle being transformed this time. And yeah, so basically the packaging is the same, guys, and it's not the greatest packaging. I actually kind of wish they would have done this thing that they did with the Dino Cycles. So if you guys have this, the packaging for the back of the Dino Cycles has like the Rangers, like a really cool artwork. I think this is a picture, but for the Dino Stump Bikes, there was like these recolored versions of the Dino Cycles with extra stuff added to it that was released during Dino Supercharge. They had like artwork of the Rangers like actually riding the bikes. And I wish they would have done that with Ninja Steel instead of just having a plain old picture of the thing transforming. Maybe like a Ninja Steel, who's this? The Blue Ranger riding like an artwork, like really cool artwork they would use like for the Blue Ranger riding like a helicopter. But I guess that's too much to ask for, so they just decided to go with the old plain thing. And yeah, but the packaging isn't the best, but it's alright, it's good. Alright guys, so here are the vehicles and the figures out of the packaging, but before we take a look at the vehicles and stuff, let's take a look at the crappy figures that it comes with real quick. And these figures are actually they're actually like basically the most famous thing about these vehicles that are released. They release really crappy figures with the vehicles for the Power Rangers toy line. They did it with Super Mega Force and Mega Force, where the figures were literally just posed in like a sitting position. They were molded like that, like they were molded like this. And if you guys collected back then, you guys remember that. I had the Blue Ranger for Super Mega Force that came with a bike, and I immediately threw him away. Like I hated that figure so much. It looks so stupid. And then with Dino Charge, they introduced like articulated versions. You guys see right here, this is one of the articulated figures that I have. Obviously it's the only one that I have because it's the Dino Cycle that the other one that I have, but yeah. And then I guess they continue that with Ninja Steel. But the figures this time have like this little like swivel down here where they actually looks like it just looks like it's sitting. Like usually, you know how like it's what am I saying? Usually, you guys know how the 5-inch action figures just go like this, like they're raising their leg. This one looks like he's about to sit down. Like he looks like he's sitting his leg down. So they added this swivel, like this special swivel or whatever. I don't know how to explain it. But yeah, but these Krabby figures don't have any paint. They don't actually have any paint at all. They just have like some sort of detail in the helmet because that's the most important part, and that's it. The rest is really just yellow or blue mold or whatever. So here he is compared to the 5-inch action figure, which has all paint, at least most of the paint, and is the best representation that we have of the Ranger at the moment. Ninja Steel Blue Ranger, and he doesn't look that bad. He looks really a lot better than this guy, at least. This guy just looks really bad. I really hate these figures. But if you guys want to fix them, and if you guys have Sharpie at home that can like if you guys have like golden Sharpie or black or whatever, you guys can fill in the details. They actually, yeah, the mold actually has like the little, you guys can sort of see this like symbol right here. It actually has it. You just have to fill it in. So you guys have, if you guys have Sharpie or paint, you can fill it in yourselves. That's kind of cool that Bandai did that at least. If not, they would have just made it blank and you just wouldn't have anything. So it does have the detail, but it's the only downside to the figures. Even if you paint them, the articulation would still be crap. So yeah, that's the only bad thing about them. So yeah, so here's the Yellow Ranger one compared to the 5-inch action figure Yellow Ranger that's really painted well and good and stuff. And yeah, so they're just really crappy figures and stuff. And yeah, guys. Alright guys, so here are the vehicles finally, and I'm really excited to take a look at these guys, even though I've already played with them and I've held them, but they just look really cool when you press the button and they transform and stuff. It just looks amazing. I don't know why, but I get like satisfaction out of it. But first, let's take a look at the helicopter Blue Ranger thing or whatever. So here it is in its Power Star mode, and it looks really different. It doesn't look like something you could transform into a helicopter, but if you guys take a closer look, here are the blades and stuff, and yeah. Obviously you can tell that it's the Blue Rangers because of the little symbol right here, and then it's blue. It's filled in blue, so obviously it's the Blue Rangers vehicle. And yeah, guys, so to transform it into its helicopter mode, you basically just pull up this button right here. And here it is, helicopter mode. So it's very easy to do, and if you guys have the figure, you just get the figure, you put him in its position, seating mode or whatever. This looks a little bit crouched. The guy looks like he could have a hard time getting on this thing. I would not enjoy riding this thing, but it looks alright. And you guys can pull, I guess you guys can push the propellers or whatever you want to call them. I forgot what they're called. You know, it's really late, and I'm doing a tour review like at 12 a.m. at night, but yeah, whatever. But yeah, but if you guys take a closer look at the vehicle, it has like the Ninja Steel logo there. So at least Bandai added some you know, like they added the symbol and stuff, so it looks kind of cool. Shuriken in the back right here. You know, it's not a bad thing in it. You guys can like put him up in the air, I guess, and have him just like fly around and stuff. And it really fits in with my room and the color, because it's like light blue, so it looks like a sky and stuff. And yeah, just have him fly around and stuff. And yeah, so that was the helicopter vehicle, and then next up is the Yellow Ranger's vehicle. Now, quick note before I transform him and take a look at him and stuff. In the packaging, it said that it's supposed to go like this, but I've been having like a hard time. Like, I don't know like how I'm supposed to put him like this, because this guy just pops out like really easily. He just transforms. Like, if you just throw him, like, well, yeah, just like that. You just press this back here, and it just goes crazy. So this is the one that I don't like, because it just transforms like, it just transforms out of nowhere. So you have to be careful. I don't know, maybe I'm doing it wrong. You guys should probably check when you get the toy or something like that. But for me, it just stays like this thing. And I guess like if you keep this thing down here, it's a lot harder for it to transform by itself. But I can't do that. For some reason, it's not working. So yeah. But yeah, but you can have the Yellow Ranger sit on top of this thing. He can look like a Kamen Rider riding his bike and stuff. Actually, that reminds me of a really cool idea that I have. I can actually put like a Kamen Rider figure riding this thing. And yeah, so you can just have him, you know, just ride around. And this doesn't look that bad. You know, it's not a bad Psycho at all. It's really cool, and I like this little detail. I don't know if they did it on purpose, but it looks really cool. You can just like you can just like go down in this part. I think like real bikes do this like all the time, so it looks really cool that you can like pull it down and stuff. I don't know. And so guys, like I said earlier, you can actually combine these vehicles. They're actually Zord Builder compatible, so you can combine them with the Dino Charge Megas or the Samurai Megas or the anything from MMPR 2010 all the way till now. You can combine these bikes with. because all the Zords and Megazords have been made to look like that. So for example, let's take out the figures real quick. So let's get the Ninja Steel Megazord so you guys can see what I'm trying to say. So here's the Ninja Steel Megazord. He looks very, very big. Let me just pull back a little bit. And if you guys see these things sticking out of him, these are sword builder ports, and they're called the male ports because, well, if you guys know, you guys probably know why they're called the male ports. And then the female ports are obviously the holes right here. And then you just combine, you can make crazy combinations. Obviously, this is not a good combination what I'm doing right now. But basically, you can connect the vehicles into the Megazord, and you can make some really cool, wacky stuff. And I've actually had this really cool idea that I came up with a few days ago when I was playing with these things. So, basically what we're going to do is combine these two vehicles with the Ninja Steel Megazord. So let me pull this guy up a little bit. So you go all the way to his back, and you get the helicopter thing or whatever. And what you're going to do, you guys, actually before we start doing the combination, you guys can also do the combination in the back. And it looks alright. It's not the best looking combination or whatever. You actually have to take like an arm out and stuff, and it looked kind of stupid, but I'm gonna make my own version. But I'll do the one in the box too, just you know, to be fun and stuff. So first thing you're gonna do to de-transforming this is you're just gonna pull this back here. You're gonna get these two holes, and they're supposed to be facing right and left. So yeah, and then you're gonna put them in here into these things. And yeah, and then you're gonna get there's a female Zord builder port down here that you're gonna connect it to the back of the Ninja Steel Megazord. And the Ninja Steel Megazord looks like this really cool, like, rocket thing in his back now. I don't know if you guys can sort of see it. Let me raise my camera. Okay, so that's how he looks like. He looks like he has like some really cool like rocket missile launcher or whatever. And then this thing, I guess you can just like take out one of the arms because you can't really do anything else with the bike. But yeah. And then you just connect it to the arm or to the side of the Ninja Steel Megazord. And now he has like an arm bike thing or whatever. It looks kind of stupid. I'm not gonna lie. Like, this looks kind of dumb. It doesn't really make for like a good arm or whatever. But it looks alright. And so guys, my final thoughts on these vehicles is that they're alright. They're not bad. They definitely changed my mind on what I thought about vehicles before in the Power Rangers toy line. I thought they were like really crappy looking things that aren't even in the show, unless you count the Dino Cycles, which were in the show. But yeah, but they look really cool now, and I'm actually interested. And it's really cool that they look like actual things that I can actually play with and I can actually use for my toy collection. Even though they weren't in the show, they just look really exciting, and I have a lot of fun like just playing around with them and putting the figures and disconnecting them, and you know, combining them and just doing these really cool Power Star transformations or whatever they do. And yeah, and it's really cool. And collectors aren't probably gonna like it because it's not in the show and it doesn't have really any worth. Kids are definitely gonna enjoy it. They're gonna have a lot of fun using these things as Power Stars, as actual weapons, and then you can actually transform them and make them into vehicles. It's something that the Power Ranger toy line has never done before, like using like vehicles and weapons at the same time. It's like one thing. Like, I really like it when they mix and match and they make one thing like two things. I don't know if you guys are kind of getting what I'm trying to say, but it just looks really cool when they just make these crazy things that have never happened in the toy line before. So it's really nice. They're taking like different directions and steps in the toy line and stuff. But I definitely see kids having fun with this. But adults, it really just depends on who you are and if you enjoy stuff that's done in the show. For me personally, I'm not a huge fan of things that aren't from the show. They better look really, really cool like these things, or they better be really fun. And yeah, and that's my thoughts on it. And yeah, guys, so anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed my review of the Power Rangers Ninja Steel Mega Morph Copter with Blue Ranger and Psycho with Yellow Ranger. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was really fun to make, the intro definitely. And yeah, but anyway, stay tuned for a lot more Ninja Steel reviews coming on the way. I have some new stuff and stuff that I've been taking forever to review, so stay tuned for that. And yeah, guys, so if you guys enjoyed this video, and this is Roberto from Ranger Mania, signing out.